Hips on the drag queen go swish, 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 swish. The hips on the drag queen go swish, swish, swish. I'm a girl. I'm a girl. I'll wear my sparkle rainbow outfit. Do you get it? Everyone thinks that this girl is a boy because she's a little bit of a tomboy.
Yes, I know. It was cringe, it was horrible, you wanted to poke your eyes out and make yourself bleed, you probably want to pour bleach over them. Well, unfortunately for you, I cannot do so you can't either. Because I've also wanted to pour bleach into my eyes multiple times. Unfortunately, I have to do this news to report to you so you can get the same trauma that I get, apparently. Well, without further ado, it seems that there are some good news at the very least, and our trauma will soon slightly be healed. There's us to this. Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt's defense decision to close state's PBS station OETA over indoctrination and over-sexualizing of children, including reading of case books about drag queens' hips. Yeah, it seems that the indoctrination is pretty high, and this is a constant thing that's going to be going on. Shows on the network include Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and Clifford the Big Red Dog, which features lesbian parents. The network will cease operations this year unless legislature overrides a veto. The governor's office claims that the segment of Let's Learn was objectionable, with a children's book titled The Hips on the Drag Queen Go Swish 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 being read by Little Miss Hot Mess. Yeah, because that's okay. Speaking to a Fox News digital, Stitt said, OETA to us is an outdated system. You know, the big question is why are we spending taxpayer dollars to prop up or compete with the private sector and run television stations? And then when we go through all the programming that's happening and the indoctrination and over-sexualization of our children, it's just really problematic. And it doesn't line up with Oklahoma values. He also criticized a News Hour feature that included parents' support for gender-affirming treatments for gender children, including puberty blockers. There was also a gay character in Woke It Out Wombats, which airs on OETA, as well as Clifford the Big Red Dog introducing LGBTQ characters. His office also criticized the Pride Month programming, which included a special about a challenge of Christians, drag queens who step into the spotlight to dismantle stereotypes, and a same-sex wedding featured on PBS Kids' Odd Squad. Governor Stitt has pushed back at claims by his critics that the shows are educational, adding, when you think about educating kids, let's teach them to read and their numbers and counting and letters and those kind of things. I mean, some of the programming that we're seeing just doesn't need to be on public television. He claims that if the program is so popular, then it could be picked up by other broadcasters that don't require taxpayer dollars to stay afloat. The governor said, Oklahoma taxpayers are going, hey, hang on, time out for just a second, that's not my values. I'm just tired of using taxpayer dollars for some person's agenda. I represent the taxpayers. There's so much television, there's so much media. Maybe in 1957 you could have an argument that you needed a public television station. That's totally outdated at this point. All those towers and our communications, that's all owned by the state, and whether we continue to fund an outdated public television station with taxpayer dollars or we let free the market work, we're still going to have the same capabilities, the same assets, the same towers. Our DPS system is what rolls out the Amber Alerts, for example. None of that's going away. So that's just people confusing the issue, not being clear with their mission, trying to make excuses of why the tax dollars should still fund this outdated system. However, these claims have angered more left-wing politicians, with Democratic State Representative Monroe Nichols finding the move as an attack by Stitt on public education on represented Oklahoma communities. Of course, because they don't mind indoctrinating kids and teaching them about sexual nature stuff, because these people are pedophiles themselves, let's be perfectly honest here. OETA board member Kim Busby objected to the decision and said civilization can't survive without supporting arts and culture, according to KTTUL. That doesn't need to be our culture about teaching kids about sexual stuff. That does not need to be culture, that doesn't need to be allowed, period. It comes after Stitt banned all sex reassignment procedures for minors in the state, including irreversible transition surgeries and hormone therapies. He joined at least 15 other states with similar laws. He has a bright future in his hands of removing these insanity people from our world and from our culture. Well, I guess that's what to be expected. Good job on you, Governor Stitt. You are doing a great service to this country and to the people and to children. You get my thumb of approval. And sorry, trans person, it seems like you are out. I don't mind drag people doing their own stuff in front of adults if that's so what they want to do. But the moment you start stepping into the kid territory and start teaching about that kid BS, it seems to really go off the door and me being horrendously against you. Have fun in your jail cell eventually when you start groping children. Alright guys, that's the video. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, take care.